I mean, I guess that would make sense because it's like we have to use the whole site, right? So it wouldn't make sense to just use one and then have the teachers do the work for the other ones. Uh, so because yeah, and then maybe because there is 4 games, maybe each of us can focus on one game.
Yeah.
Yes.
That easily divides up the work that way. And then for the script, how should we?
I
I don't
mean,
know.
let's talk one by one. I mean,
I
let's
think
talk about.
I think instead of take student go straight into the game, the teacher have to have some material or some core content to lead student what should to do in a certain situation, so the student can learn something before they play the game.
Excuse me, are we still talking about the guidebook or the script?
Talking about the
It's
script.
the same.
Can we
Or
talk one by one? I have no clear, I mean, instruction about the guidebook. So make it clear first, like the guidebook, and then we come to the script. What do you think?
aren't they like? I thought those were basically the same thing, aren't they?
Just suppose that they are the same one, but they seem to be different, right? Rohit,
It's different.
can you make clear this?
Yeah, I was like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So the main thing, like the guidebook is nothing but how we will provide our method in some sense to the teachers to use this website. So guidebook is not something like which is different than the lesson plan. Both of these things are same. Now the point is like uh, should we work on doing all these translations, or we should just provide the method that how they're supposed to do it in a classroom. And my idea would be that we just focus on the method, how they are supposed to do it, provide the scripting for that actually first you need to aware a student about the values, what they need to adhere, what they need to have when they are exploring internet content, and then they can go on about the language barrier point, that how they are doing the translation, or they are providing these different groups in which there is someone who can learn or who can speak or understand English well and explain it to others.
Okay. So
So as a first point, we have to just provide them why this application is important, because teachers has given us feedback that this application is very important because it teaches value, and there are not many applications, technical application, which are in this domain. So we have to highlight this point, that this application can provide value based education, and then provide the method that despite the language barrier, how it can be used in Finnish classroom.
okay. So it sounds like we're like working on like a guidebook, and then within the guidebook under subheading methods, that's kind of like our scripting or like our like
Hmm.
this is how it should be done, and it's probably like a number of steps, right?
And how we are gonna provide this? I mean, is it a kind of Word or other form?
It'll probably be a Word document.
Word document.
Yeah, it will be a Word document. We can create a document on Teams. Toh has already created I think. So we can just create a Word file there and start with the like introduction, which gives some idea of what this interland is, and after that, we can tell like what kind of educational content it is providing, and then we will jump to the method part of it.
Is the
And
method
there is
part?
a lot of content already available on interland, so
My question is, like, is in the we have you mentioned three parts, like what is hinterland, what is the educational content of it, and the method. What about the language scaffolding? Is that included in the method, or
That's
it
that's
could
part of the
be?
method. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Like just like AC told us, like we should prepare it in advance. Um,
I have a question. Do we have to list all the questions from the game into the guidebook?
Probably, I would say so.
My Yeah, and like my idea of that would be maybe initially we can just focus on why Interland is important, how it provides value-based education, how it provides scaffolding for ICT, and then in the method, how teachers can use it. And in that part, how teachers can use it, there will be a portion that this is only available in English and Spanish, so you need language scaffolding. And in that part, we can point out that these are the three method or two method we came up with. One is like the pairing, sharing, that kind of, and the other is translating all these questions, and then we can provide the sample of those questions, not maybe all the question because that will make the guidebook very long. So we will just put some sample of those questions, and that point we will pose the question to teachers: is it feasible for them to translate similar 80 questions and provide this as a cheat book in some sense for students? So that will be like our question. Otherwise, the second thing will be integrating the linguistic teacher like classes, which they already have in school.
Yeah.
So this language part will be a very small portion of our guidebook. The big and the large portion of our guidebook would be that why Interland is a unique platform which provides a value based education which is very essential for internauts.
can we like add like the article that we found? I found like one very interesting article. They used game-based learning for their teaching.
Oh yeah, sure.
Definitely,
Most definitely. We'll include
that's
in the why.
Rohit, can you write one, two or three points, main points into the document we are working now?
Yeah, can you share